Sorry. Sorry. We're up and running and recording and everything? All right, well, hello everyone. I'm Blaine Hooper. I think I know most everyone in the room. First off, great to see everyone. Great to see everyone from the 8:30 service in person. Excellent. It's 2021. You know, everything is broken. You know, no? Well, not quite. Not quite everything. However, if we look at the world today, we've got 90 cargo containers lined up outside Southern California. 500,000 of those. I'm fogging up here. Is it all right if I remove my mask?
Sure. Yes.
My apologies. There are 500,000 of those cargo containers on those ships waiting to be unloaded. Issues with supply chain there. This is actually a pile of cars waiting for their computer chips. Because once the chips are created, they'll just slip the chips in and then they'll be able to sell the cars. Again, the auto supply chain there, broken. Help wanted signs all over. People closing down single days of the week because they can't get the people who they need. That side of the economy, broken. Healthcare system, you know, I have an aunt who needed to call where the hospital she was at, needed to call 10 different hospitals to try to find her a bed. All sorts of different things broken. The mail service, you know, what was taking one day to get a letter from Chicago to the West Coast is now expected to take 5 days to get from Chicago to the West Coast. Mail system broken. You know, I'm not even going to talk about that one. But in this world of darkness, there is a shining light. Right here at Christ Church, through 2020 and all that we went through 2021, our light has shone bright. You know, we've just a few of the images here from the work that Lydia and her Girl Scout team did in making some of the changes here. Heck, we even got Grandpa to paint. Whoever thought we'd see that?
He's sitting down, of course.
Well, needless to say. But we look through the work, the community, the inreach, the outreach, the coming together, the bringing it together. Our confirmation went off without a hitch. We are the light shining bright. During 2021, we adapted. Whoever thought we'd see the microphone up front? All right. We persevered even through the windy services outside, and we thrived. And just when you think it's not quite back to normal, you see that Jamie Stockin and Austin is reading. See, it's just like it always was. Okay. For that goes to everyone in the room. That goes to everyone in the congregation. Thank you for making it as much like normal as we can. For keeping it all together. Thank you. And just like normal, the new normal, you know, we had a balanced budget again in 2021 despite all of this. And people, I know that many of you who've seen this presentation before have said, where that graphic and why are we celebrating this each year? And the answer is because 13 years ago and 14 years ago and 15 years ago and 16 years ago, we didn't have a balanced budget. For years we didn't, and now we've run 12 straight years with a balanced budget. I know that more than half of the families that are in our congregation today were not members at the time when we were going through those hard times, when we were going through those struggles. But just a reminder that just keeping that together has been great for us, that balanced budget. So, you know, let's go for 13 in a row, huh? That's, and I know I say that every year, but we've made it. So let's keep going here. All right. In 2022, the mantra for budgeting, the mantra for the vestry, heck, the mantra for all of us is let's stay flexible. All right, so I'm going to start out with the pledges that we've gotten this year, which is, and I think you can see that from the back, just over $264,000. That's what it costs to run the place. That's basically what the pledges that we've got coming in. There are a number of maintenance issues some of which we deferred. That's kind of the general maintenance, where we took money out of the maintenance budget to make sure that we stayed balanced last year. So we'd like to put that back in. Technology maintenance, that's keeping up to date. People understand that. Snow plowing. You may have noticed that there have not been as many cars parked in our parking lot during the week as in the past. MTC has been renting a section of our parking lot so that people could take the buses and park here. All right. In exchange for those cars parking here, they paid about 80% of the snow plowing expense. With fewer people taking the buses, they no longer need our space, so now we are responsible for 100% of the plowing of our lot. And so that's why there's an increase to that expense there. The rain garden expense of $300, similarly, we had someone who was, when we would clean out the rain garden once a year, take all the grass out of it, he would haul the grass away. And he gave us a really good deal. Well, he sold the business, and the new folks aren't yet willing to give us a really good deal, so we know that that expense is coming. And for anyone who says, the rain garden, remember, in exchange for having that rain garden on our property, we got the patio outside. So that was our push and pull there. So those are the maintenance expenses that we've got. A small increase for the staff, and in the music line here, right now, again, some other cuts that we made to balance the budget. Vestry's done a great job in keeping everything together, but the supply musician and the concert series. Okay, so that's a total of $7,900. If we look at the other side of the ledger, $7,900, which means that that need has gone from 264 to 272. All right. On the other side, we've got pledges. We have had a couple of folks leave the congregation, which means that our pledge starting point has dropped down, which puts a starting point at about 260,000. The need at 272,000 roughly, for a difference of $12,000. Okay? Yeah, I know. $12,000. It's a big number. Even when we break it down by all the families here, all the pledge units that are in our congregation, it's still about $135 per. Yeah, I know. So how does anyone remember what our ask was last year? Zero. That's exactly right. $0 was the ask last year. So you understand why we had to make some cuts last year. I should also say that when we asked for zero, we did not know exactly what to expect. You came through. The ask that we had was for, if you can, please do. If you can, please do. And you did. Many of you came forward and said, you know what? It's been a rough year for everyone. Christ Church is important to me. Christ Church is important to my family. We are committed to this. And that's why we are here today and so strong. We understand that. We also understand that situations are different for everyone, and that is a big ask. And that's why the vestry has said, we're not going to go exactly right there, but we are going to ask for an increase. We can't go 2 years in a row asking for zero, because the congregation needs to keep going. So instead, we're asking for $90 a family. Discuss it, think about it, pray about it. Is that something that you can do? And this comes back to my, let's say, flexible. Because I'm sure many of you are saying, well, we've got all those needs. If our needs come up to 12,000, how are you going to do it with 8,000? Well, hopefully, there are some here who can say, you know what, we can do more than $90 this year. We can do more for Christ Church. And that may get us up to 12,000. If it doesn't, if we can get to this 8,000, the vestry will stay flexible. We'll see what we've got to do. It's what you do in your own families, And so it's what we will be doing here. All right, so again, the difference actually, any questions on any of this point? Okay, if not, again, difference, and again, back to the old slides from the last 12 years. Our difference is about 8,100. All right, the increase requested, $90 for family. If we break that down, that's about $750 a month. Come on, anyone who's still working knows that you have saved more than $1.75 working from home each week just by not buying that cup of coffee. I know it. Okay, I know retirees are differently because you haven't been running out to Starbucks. Okay, here's the fine print, which I know will be difficult to read in the back. But in about a week, you'll receive a pledge card and envelope. Please return the completed pledge card by November 14th, and then we will have the blessing of the pledges during services on the 14th. You can bring them in person, drop them on the altar yourself. You can mail them, drop them by the office during the week, and then the different ways that we can fulfill, whether that be by cash, by check, by bank deposit, whether going through Vanco, through our website. And then just close with the image. From a couple years ago, all of us in person, sitting shoulder to shoulder, masks off, where we will hopefully get back to someday. But until then, stay flexible. Any questions? Then I think that's it.